Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Healing with the Majestic Sunset. I am Artest Serena, and I'm here to do a general reading for the collective. If any of you are wearing earbuds, you might want to turn them down just in case the sound bothers your ears. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm just going to jump right into the reading. Okay, the first card out is the Two of Cups. Okay, so I got that with the yarn. So maybe you guys are having some type of a problem. You know, this probably, you're coming from a place of having a problem in a relationship. Ace of Wands. What I'm feeling right now with the Two of Cups and the Ace of Wands is that maybe someone is having a problem with taking action, or that's probably something a person had a problem with, is taking action in the past towards a connection, towards their wish fulfillment. Even though this relationship possibly was someone else's wish, for some reason they didn't know how to make something last going towards the future. I just look at future gains. So maybe someone had a problem with their material world. Maybe they feel like they couldn't take action because they didn't have enough to offer, even though this connection was something that, you know, that they hope for and they would, you know, they drink for. This was a wish of theirs, but they just felt like they didn't have enough. They didn't come with enough to give towards this connection. So this is a person that's possibly, they the only time they took action was to possibly be intimate, but they didn't put forth enough effort to make this wish come true within this relationship, for the simple fact that they didn't feel like they had enough to offer. This person possibly breadcrumbed you, just gave just a little, gave just enough to keep you holding on, to hope with this Nine of Cups. This is with the Queen of Cups. This is someone that you love. This is a connection that you possibly was in love with this person. There was love in this connection. This person openly dishonored the love you have for them. This is a person that humiliated you. But I see that you had a lot of love, and you still have a lot of love for whoever this person is, this relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, you know, family, a good friend, but whoever this is, they were supposed to, you two were supposed to love each other. Yeah, Ten of Cups. This definitely could be family, a family member, a mother figure, someone that was supposed to be nurturing. This person, I just heard public humiliation. So maybe this person may have talked about you, spoke on your name behind your back, or this is somebody that just embarrassed you. Whatever this situation was, it was an embarrassment to you. It could have been an embarrassment to the family unit. So I just heard this person is an embarrassment to their family. Four of Wands. This could be a family member that you guys used to live with. Well, of course, if it's a parent, you live with that parent at some point in your life, possibly. With this strength being in the reverse, this is a person that wanted to keep you weak, wanted you to be codependent on their love, the love that they possibly did not show you, did not give to you. Whatever this is, if this was a test, this person was supposed to show through their actions their love for you by nurturing the relationship. They failed that test. They did fail that life lesson. But this is a person that failed their life lesson and they wanted you to do so as well. They wanted you not to have enough strength to move on to loving connections, to have stability within those connections. This is someone that wanted you to be flighty. I just heard flighty. Maybe this person ran from love, but they wanted you to not have any stability within relationship. They wanted you to run when times got tough. This person wasn't strong enough to withstand the type of connection that this was. If this is a parent, they wasn't strong enough to overcome their demons so that they can be open and loving towards you. Six of Pentacles is the next card. Okay, with the dice. This is a person that that took a gamble on not giving you enough just to keep you holding on. This is a person that plays games. They play games with your feelings, with your heart. This is also a person that you possibly gave multiple chances to get right, to make things right with you within the connection. And this is also a person, they had a personality that you never knew what you were going to get. You never knew how they were going to wake up in the morning. You never knew from day to day, how they were going to feel. Maybe this person was very moody or very, it's like they had a toxic emotions about themselves. They had a toxic way of, even showing up. So it's like you never knew from moment to moment what mask this person was going to be wearing. If they rolled out of bed on the wrong side, you never knew what you were going to get. So it was like they kept you holding on to what could happen next. Maybe this person did that intentionally, so to keep you holding on. So this is definitely someone that, breadcrumbed you with their love, with their attention, with their affection, just so you'll hold on just to see if things were going to get better. And they never did. This person had very little to give in the first place. And so, of course, yeah, you gave them plenty of opportunities, and they disappointed you time and time again with this Nine of Swords here. And this is Ace of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles. So you gave this person multiple chances to make things right. They were given the opportunity to give equally to you. You could have been this person's second chance to give equally, and they definitely flunked. They did not pass that test. This person was not strong enough to invest in you the right way. This is possibly a person that that chose, you know, partying, having fun over love, over showing up the right way. You know, this is a parent. They could have left you to fend for yourself while they partied or just lived their life. They probably feel like they missed out on life by becoming your parent. They could have been very resentful. Okay, this person did not want you to see what you could become. They did not want to see the day that that you were able to still boss up and be in your power. They never saw you standing up to them. So this is possibly a person that you did have to stand up to, and they never saw this coming. And they didn't. They were left defenseless, because whatever you spoke, you showed up with truth and with integrity. You showed that you were the boss of you. So this definitely is someone that you probably was younger than, and you know, they saw you growing up from, you know, a child, and now you're an adult now. And so this person had no defense for whatever truth you spoke to them. They had no defense for how they treated you. So if you stood up to this person, they definitely did not see that coming. They didn't see that coming at all. And you stood in your power. And I see you're looking towards the future. You're looking towards you know, only investing in situations that are reciprocal. You're no longer willing to take gambles. You want people to show and prove that they are worthy of your energy, because you've come too far. You've done too much healing. You overcame a past relationships of people who were supposed to love you, who you thought loved you, and they did not show you the proof of this love. They never took action on it. Love is an action word. You know, you just can't tell someone you love them. You have to show them. So you're looking forward to relationships that are reciprocal. Just like you show up as an adult, you want someone else. Everybody in your life that's able to get close to you, you want them to show you that they're going to reciprocate whatever energy that you give out to them. And that's the only relationships from here on out that you will invest in. No more playing games. Anybody that looks like they're playing games, trying to breadcrumb you, you are very aware. So this person taught you a valuable lesson. This situation taught you a valuable lesson that they hoped that you wouldn't get, because they were not able to overcome past situations of not feeling loved. So they wanted the same fate for you. But no, you decided you're investing in yourself. This situation has made you very independent. Not just financially. You are planting seeds for your financial independence, but you are a person that was already independent. You didn't need to go along with the crowd. You stood out all by yourself. You never needed them to pour so much into you, to the fact that you couldn't be independent. You were just a person that was always the reliable one. You probably had to take care of yourself, show up and be your own parents. So that made you probably have a very, you had to grow up before your age possibly. So that made you possibly hyper independent, because you had so many obstacles. These people brought so many obstacles. This definitely could be family conflicts. They brought so much conflicts to your life. They took action to bring conflict, but they never showed up to give genuine, true love, to show you that they genuinely, this Nine of Cups would be an energy of genuinely being happy, like fulfilled within self, oneself. So these people never were fulfilled on the inside of themselves. So they could not give something that they were not. This is a person that would show up like they're loving, but they're not, because they don't genuinely love themselves. So they had very little to give to you. Yeah, you had to do a lot of introspection. You had to do a lot of healing. You had to do a lot of work on yourself with the Hermit, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. This left you very, very depleted. This is something that they were hoping that you could not overcome. They wanted this to be obstacle that you couldn't defeat. They thought you wasn't strong enough. Maybe if you're a person that's very emotional, that is very loving, maybe you cried when you was mishandled and mistreated by family. They thought you were weak, and when you show up like that, and because they feel like people that are very emotional are weak, and really it's a strength. It's a strength. But they didn't think you could put in the work on yourself to overcome being the feeling of being left out of a family dynamic. But in that time that you were left isolated and alone to fend for yourself, you were healing. You did not mind being by yourself. Your back is turned towards past. So it's possible that you are a person that that stayed in your head a lot, fantasizing, daydreaming. But whatever this is, you took the time to heal that childhood wound. And you perfected that. You're perfecting that inner healing. You put in the work. It's possible that you found spirituality, because spirituality is just really just finding yourself. And then you can go through the healing, stages, all those, I just heard stages of grief. So you probably went through all of your stages of grief already while you were in this dark night. This is like the dark night of the soul. This is healing those childhood wounds, and being able to, whatever your childhood dreams were, you can, with the healing, you can actually bring those to fruition in your 3D life. But whoever this person is, this situation, they were hoping that you would felt so depleted that you couldn't put in the work on yourself, that you couldn't concentrate on mastering anything because of being in so much grief. And this could have been a situation that that delayed you from tapping into your physical wealth. Because if you're not healed spiritually, you're going to have a problem in your 3D life, because all you're going to be manifesting is, the things that you're already feeling. And that's grief, sadness, just a lack. You're just going to keep manifesting lack in your life. And they were hoping, since it worked, whatever it is that they went through in their life, they were hoping that that it would have worked for you. They was hoping that the lack of love and just this little bit of crumbs of love that they were giving you was enough to keep you holding on to something that was never gonna be a wish of yours. You probably did wish to have a good relationship with this person or these people, and they always made you feel left out. There's a 7 of Wands. Okay, perfume reduction. This is a 7 of Wands with the Steel card. This is like you always having to, you were a person that possibly always had to keep the peace, even though you had to protect yourself against these people. But this is almost like someone was trying to beat the fight out of you. Maybe you felt like very defenseless. But this situation made you learn how to defend yourself. It made you have to fine-tune certain things in your life, especially when it came down to defending yourself. So you always felt like, that you had to fight to be heard. It's like you always, like, this reminds me of a person that's very calm. You're very sweet, very loving, very calm, And so it's like for a calm, sweet person to have to bring that fight out physically, it's like they drew that fight out of you. They pulled it out of you. It's like you showed up defending yourself, and you probably shocked whoever this person is. Like I said, they didn't see this coming earlier. This fighting you, they didn't see this. But over time, this fight was brewing in you. It was being cultivated, And you remind me of a person that's not violent. You're a calm person. You're rational. You know when to put up your defenses now. And maybe you were a person that didn't know how to do that. You know, you were always, like I said, you know, you probably was very sensitive, highly emotional, but you had to learn how to defend yourself. And this is also the spirit, you know, the spirits telling you how to fight, directing you. You probably got, you know, you probably heard voices in your ear or just a knowing, but they showed you who you had to put up your defenses to and how to, so you can overcome whatever this lack they wanted you to feel. They It was so you can overcome that. And it's also what I'm getting to, that maybe these people became violent when they got some like spirits in them, like alcohol. Maybe they became a little, you know, violent towards you, and you felt like you had to defend yourself from them. So these like people that, you know, when they got a little tipsy or, you know, under the influence, that they were hostile. That's for somebody. That's what I just got. Just like you were guided by your spirits, these people were guided by that particular spirit. The spirits of that, whatever spirits they were drinking, they were guided to be. That's probably the only time they could show or had the courage to show how they really felt about you. Yeah, because you didn't know how these people really felt about you. There were so many things that you couldn't see, but you knew you had to fight. There's a lot of things you just did not know. You possibly didn't know why you had such deep emotions for people who didn't treat you well. Okay, yeah, they hid they hid the love. What you didn't see is the love, because these are people that pretended to love. They pretended to have love for you. They didn't have any love in their heart, and they were hiding that. They were hiding that they didn't have much love for you. That is something that they hid. So because if you knew, it would have put you on another course. You would have been able to balance some things out in your life and move away from them. But they kept you in balance by giving you fake love, but just keeping you holding on, hoping that one day they'll see the error of their ways. But I really believe that you had so much love for these people that you just couldn't see what was right in front of you. And this is also a situation where you couldn't be still, meaning that it was always confusion and chaos and fighting. They always kept some drama up, so you couldn't have that quiet that you needed to even heal from them. So this is like you had to find your calm place in the midst of chaos. Seven of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Knight of Pentacles. I don't know why I said Seven of Pentacles. So these are people that did not invest in you, definitely, and they were hoping that you wouldn't be able to move forward and invest in anything else outside of them. Knight of Pentacles with the Hangman. So this definitely, that was a Freudian slip when I said Seven of Pentacles. They were hoping that you could not, that they held your time up so much with trying to make things right with them. They were hoping that they knew they couldn't stop you. So they can hold you up so you will stop yourself from moving forward. They never wanted you to be balanced enough or stable enough to be away from them, whether this was just emotionally, financially, or both. They wanted to, to keep you. Misery loves company. They wanted to keep you from moving forward. They saw the fight in you. These are people that knew part of your destiny before you did. And it's almost like you had to fight for these people's love. You could have been a person that showed up like you had to be the good one, the quiet one, the one that didn't give any trouble. So they would see that you were not problematic, so that they would love you. You probably tried to do different strategies of, trying to pull the love out of someone for you. But they had no love for you. Even though you had so much love for them, they had no love for you because they never learned how to take action on loving themselves. So they never could give something that they never had within them already. So they were hoping that you continue to fight for their love and attention, for them to physically show up in your life. With all these pentacles here, it was like that was a dream, to have this person or someone to just show love, whether this was a mother figure or a father figure or both. The High Priestess. In your current environment, it's like you did so much healing that even deep down, you always have known that these people deep down did not really care for you that much. It's like you always knew this, but you had hope. With this optical illusion here, these people did not want you to believe what you were seeing or feeling. They wanted you to believe whatever it is that they were telling you. They wanted you to be under this illusion. But you are a high priestess. So could also be people that kept you in church, that possibly held up a lot of your time with your healing and from moving forward. They could have beat you down with religion, family supposed to stick together type of stuff. Once you get married, you can never leave your spouse. You're supposed to stick it out, fight for it. That's what you've been taught, to fight for something no matter what. No matter what they're showing you, they wanted you to be under that optical illusion, that mirage. They wanted things to always be unclear. They didn't want you to believe what you were feeling. These people knew you were highly intuitive, and they did not want you to believe your gut about them. They did not want you to believe what you were seeing from them, the things that you knew. And they probably did keep you in this illusion for a very, very long time. A very long time. And that's why you had to see things from a different perspective so you can get unstuck, so you could move forward. This is a process that took a long time, but they definitely didn't see you moving on. They definitely didn't see you being able to heal from whatever chaos and confusion. These are like rival risers. People who always keep mess going. You can never have a still moment, a moment to just think. The Empress with the Seven of Wands. This definitely feels like a mom. You had to, fight for her love. You had to always, this is a person that always was defensive, and it's almost like everything was a fight with this person. Or this is if it's not your mother, it's a mother figure, somebody's mama, a child's mother. But I really feel like this is something that's, someone who had a part in raising you. Grandmother, great grandmother. And this was someone who had a lot of gifts too. And they were able to keep you in that illusion for a very long time. Like they had you convinced that you had a loving parent. But really, they were a rivalizer. They kept mess going. They kept drama going within the family. It was always somebody else's fault. That's how they appeared. Like nothing was their fault, but they were the ones that were in the back pulling the strings. This is be a person that will poke at someone and watch that person explode. And so they can tell everybody, see, this person is the problem. They are crazy. It's not me. But now I feel like people are seeing this person just as who they are, a rivalizer, because this is a person that is drama follows them. And so now everybody cannot be wrong. Yeah, like I said, this could be someone who used religion as a weapon, the Bible as a weapon to keep you under control, to keep you waiting. These are people that, possibly wanted you to wait for Jesus to come. Like you waiting for somebody to save you, waiting for permission to move forward. This is someone who wanted to have such a really significant place in your life to where you would listen to them over what you felt, over what you knew what was right. They was hoping to have you held up forever. But with this woman on the surfboard, this tide is going to come in sooner than what this person expected. This is a person that definitely slowed your life down. They slowed your healing down. They possibly kept your finances slowed down as well. This is a person that you always possibly had to give to. They gave you very little, but they expected much from you. That is exactly what I'm seeing. So you can never be independent enough financially to even get away from them. These will be a parent that charge you such high rent so you can't go out and save anything to get your own place. This is like a parent that you would have to go off and get married or get in a relationship so you can get away because you never had enough finances saved so you can actually get your own place and get away from these people. And if that's your situation, that was on purpose, definitely. Queen of Wands. They feared this Queen of Wands energy. This fireworks. They feared that you would ever tap into this Queen of Wands energy. They never wanted you to have the confidence enough to actually pop off on them. They didn't want you to ever get the courage to look towards your future. They never wanted you to get the courage to move on without them. They never wanted you to get the courage to put them in their place because of the position that they held This is someone you held in very high honor because of the position they were in your life. This is someone that possibly steered you wrong, gave you wrong advice to hold up your life. Possibly being in the house with this person was like the 4th of July. Something always popping off. Well, that's too many. But they definitely didn't want you to move on. They didn't want you to have the confidence. I just saw the Knight of Swords in the reverse. They did not want you to have the confidence to speak your mind. They was hoping you didn't have the confidence to tell them the actual truth about themselves, a truth that you knew about them. Because once you live with someone that long, you know them. No matter how many masks they try to put on, you know them. And you know this person was always the hellraiser. Like I said, this is a person that will poke the bear and try to for this bear to blow up on everybody or blow up on them so they can just show everybody that the next person is crazy, to try to fit the narrative of what they've been, the lies that they've been spewing on other people. Yeah, like I said, this person didn't want you to be confident enough to speak your mind. They never wanted you to grow up. This is a person that always wanted you to invest in things that were not going to ever work out for you. But they couldn't control that. They couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop you from overcoming this situation. This is almost like by design. Like when these people treat you this way in relationships or in family ships, whatever the situation is, they are the agents of chaos. They're working for the other side, maybe even unbeknownst to them. They probably don't even know why they're doing the things that they're doing to you. They think it's just because they wasn't happy in a relationship, so they just don't want you to be happy. But they're working for the darker realm to stop you, because the darker realm already know who you are. They knew you were of big significance in this world. Your presence is needed. Your voice is needed, because anybody that can still be loving and kind after going through such chaos, those people are very much so needed. And they didn't want you to see who you really were. They wanted you to always feel less than. This is someone definitely did not want you to find your voice. They did not want you to find your voice. The Tower, yeah. And since you got the confidence to move forward and put these people in their place, yeah, now the Tower comes down. And once that Tower came down, you could actually, with this Inventor card, you can actually bring whatever it is into fruition that you want. It's time for you to reinvent your life, the life that you want. Now that the lies have been dismantled and uncovered, you brought the Tower down. You speaking your truth. You having a confidence to speak your truth to this situation, to these people, whomever this is. You brought the Tower down, because the truth always dismantles the lies. So this is like after that Tower falling, you picking up the pieces to what's left of your life, and you going towards that star energy, the healing, And then you're on the track of your North Node, following your divine path. The reason why you incarnated here in the first place. These people were, they decided to be hosts for demons. And so because they were bitter, they didn't have it. They didn't want you to have it. These were people that were supposed to love you. Parents are supposed to love their children. You should want your children to have a better life than what you had, especially if your life was hell. But these are people that did not want better for their offspring. They wanted them to be stuck like them and miserable, and y'all be just old men and old women without true love, and they can live off of you. Or y'all live together miserable, fighting, but that's supposed to be what family is, right? They want you to accept that. But you're setting trends. You're blazing your own trail now. You're the mastermind of your future. You having the confidence to step out and speak your mind and be an adult, because you're an adult when you can go through your childhood traumas and healing and all that. You become an adult now. You're not showing up as this child anymore. These are people that will forever treat you like children, or treat people like children, because they are children. They never grew up. Yeah, but you guys with the healing, this tower fell and you went into your healing, and you're running towards your future, right? But these people also don't want to let you go. With the Knight of Swords here, with the devil, these people possibly will come after you. This possibly was a person that even though you leave their life, they kind of want to bogart. Like they'll try to communicate with you by any means possible. Even if they have to get somebody else, a middleman, to step in. But I see you're healing and you're running towards your future. It's like you ran from this demonic energy. Once you saw what you needed to see, once that illusion was over, once that tower fell and you was able to see everything you needed to see, your tower already fell a long time ago. You going towards your future and healing, that is bringing down the tower for these people now. Now everybody can see the truth about this person and this situation, and who they really are, and how they really treated you. And if they would have succeeded at keeping your life held up, then they would have felt victorious. These are people that, they hide who they really are because the people that surrounds them, they keep them down. They keep them down. So by standing on them, so they can look like, they're something that they aren't. This is someone that's possibly want like the spotlight. They always want to be seen. Yeah, you going towards your future is going to be very, very heartbreaking for these people. And that's justice. It's justified for them to feel this way because they manifested this in their own life. With this magician being here, they just getting back the energy that they put out. They put out the energy of not investing in love with you. So now you healed and moving on is breaking their heart. They're feeling the emotional pain because of what they did not do for you. They broke their own heart when they broke yours. A lot of times our first heartbreak comes from our parents anyway. So it's justice that they feel this way. It's just that, you know, they're getting the energy they put out. And justice makes things right, makes things fair. So it's fair for them to feel heartbroken and left out because this is the life they cultivated for themselves. And it's justice for you to make plans towards your future and not look back. Yeah. They can no longer keep you stuck. Hangman with the 9 of Wands. Hangman, 9 of Wands. And the King of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is down here too. Queen of Wands right here. Yes. So you're definitely balanced between your feminine and masculine energy. You are definitely a person who's gone through the healing. And you're becoming a powerhouse. No more stagnation. You saw what you needed to see. You saw who you needed to block. You saw that you kept doing the same thing and it was wearing you out. And you saw that these people were acting the way that they were acting to keep you held up, to keep you from being able to have enough strength to move away from them. They wanted to keep you looking towards past issues. And you looking toward past issues kept you stuck. You set boundaries with these people that kept up confusion, that kept strife up. You became bold, ambitious. You became excited about your future because you went through the healing. Healing your inner child is you set yourself free. You're free now. That tower has fallen for you, like I said a long time ago. The tower is falling for them now. They have to pick up the pieces to their life and, they have to take accountability for the things that they did. So it's justified that they feel this way. Okay, let's see. Knight of Pentacles. 6 of Cups. This was a long time coming. You doing the healing work and healing from, like I said, your childhood wounds, the past, healing the past. These people definitely wanted you to keep looking towards the past. But this Knight is facing the past. You might have some good memories of the past. And the advice is take the good memories with you. Leave the rest. Don't allow yourself to linger in, the bad from the past. Just, if you think about the past and you're reminiscing, just take the good memories. 3 of Cups here. Yeah, just take the good memories with you. It's possible that someone from your past would like to reconcile the food. They might want to have a new beginning with you. But if this is someone that really showed no love to you, then of course you're going to pass that up. But I'm kind of feeling like this is another person, that it could have been another person that you did know from your past, but this was someone possibly that you had fun with. This could just be, another family member that never really showed you any problems. They possibly didn't even know. But whoever this person is, it's taking them a long time to try to contact you. They want to contact you if they hadn't already. They miss you. They want to see you. They want to physically see you. But for you, collective, this has been a long time coming. It's time for you to celebrate, have a good time, have a good life. You've been through a lot. Yeah, this strength in the upright, Seven of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you having the strength to not reconcile with someone. Maybe this is someone that you should not reconcile with, because you have the strength to overcome whatever their desire is for you. You definitely are strong enough to resist this person. You possibly wasn't strong enough in the past. This person was wearing a mask, and they might come towards you because they see your life changing for the better with this Wheel of Fortune being here, you know, the Hermit. So you definitely did the healing work. This person watched you do this work on yourself, whoever this person is that would like to reconcile with you. But with this Seven of Swords, I'd never like to see the Seven of Swords when it comes down to a reconciliation. I know that it could mean just strategy and all that, but I don't care. I it's like come as you are. Let me know why you're coming. I understand if you have to strategize to get away from a situation and you have to leave in silence, and that's what a lot of you have done. Maybe that's for some of you, that could be you leaving in silence, being strong enough to overcome or resist someone or something. But if this person comes like in this Seven of Swords energy, you really have to use discernment with whoever this is, to figure out why they're moving the way that they're moving. Because some people have a valid reason for moving a certain way, you know, because these days you can't tell people your thoughts and your plans. So this could very well be a person that's just strategizing how to finagle their way out of a past situation. They might have to leave in silence as well and not tell anybody their future plans, you know. And it's very well possible that it was you that had to just abandon someone, abandon a situation, just so you can be on your destined path, you know? So anyway, collective, that was the reading. I hope you guys got what you needed out of this reading. With this be gentle, I would just say show yourself some kindness. Be gentle with yourself. It says, kindness speak softly to your own heart. Let tenderness be your strength. Bloom again without defense. Okay? So that's that. Okay? So just be gentle with yourself, be kind, and just feel the desires of your heart. The things that you really want, feel it. Don't keep feeling all of the obstacles and the chaos, because that is what you're going to keep manifesting. You'll just have different people, same energy. You want to feel how you're going to feel when you're out of this situation. Just think about how you feel when you have the home you want, away from these people, your desired outcome. Just think about that, visualize that, and feel how it would feel if you were in that situation. If you were totally abundant, totally free, feel it so you can bring it here in the 3D, because that's a real thing. That's why we've been manifesting terrible outcomes, because that's all we knew. You in that fight or flight energy, and all you're doing is feeling the feelings around you that does not feel good, but that's all you know. So sometimes you have to use that imagination. That's why they don't want your inner child healed, because you don't know how to use that imagination properly. You're supposed to imagine, feel that, so you can bring it to you. And that comes with, unfortunately, a lot of us have a lot of trauma to heal from before you can start seeing improvement in your 3D life. But whatever time it takes to do the healing, don't worry about the timing, because just imagine if you never went through it. Just look at some of these people's lives. They're miserable. They started out being miserable in their 20s. Now they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and then they pass away in this nasty energy. But if you take the time to heal that's needed, these are going to be passed behind you, and you're going to look up and be very glad that you decided to go through the hard work by yourself, because these people will only help you stay stuck, and then you'll rise, and maybe somebody else that's stuck, they'll see how you did it, and they'll do the same thing, and we can start the progress of healing and breaking a lot of these generational curses off of our bloodline. Okay. But anyway, collective, I love you all, and I hope to see you in the next reading. And take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow in the next reading. Okay. Bye.